Hello, Durud and Shalom. We be live.
Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be discussing the deal and what it means. And we are live? Okay, there we go. And how there are explosions, but they might not be what you think. So, as of 30 minutes ago, the Islamic Republic of Iran has fired a Shahed drone at an oil tanker and hit it. So, what could that possibly mean, Armin? Now that Donald Trump directly threatened them, saying that they better get their act together, that they fired upon ships in the Strait of Hormuz, and that it was unacceptable for them to do it again, not even 24 hours after him saying that, what could possibly happen?
I think we're going to get to a deal, and all of this is going to be over in by this weekend.
Absolutely. In Geneva.
In Geneva, everything is gonna, and then I think President Trump and Mujtaba they're gonna go on a date, and they're gonna and Trump is gonna tell Mujtaba, "Sorry, I killed your dad and mom," and Mujtaba is gonna be like, "It's okay, water under the bridge," and they're professionals, and they're gonna live happily ever after.
Perfect.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna give the Islamic Republic $300 billion.
Yes, of course, that's 300 billion.
Yeah.
Not so 300.
Yeah. And there's rumors that the United Arab Emirates has already started delivering them money, even though J.D. Vance specifically stated that no money will be given to the Islamic Republic until everything's carried out. Guys, even if the Memorandum of Understanding is signed, unless everything in it hasn't been carried out and done, the Islamic Republic won't get money. And if you guys were listening to Armin earlier today, he's saying, even if they carry out all of these things and get the money, so what? The damage has been done to them. They're screwed. So it looks like they're in a loss-loss situation, which is quite nice to hear. But that's what we've been saying, right? No matter what they do and don't do, they're screwed either way.
Oh my God, they're so screwed. I just saw the Telegram messages you sent me. Those are beautiful.
So, yeah, it was like there was a few messages before Arachi's interview and statement, and then there was the messages afterward. And then these are all the messages afterwards. Before it's like, oh, we did it, we're winning, because the Islamic Republic released all this propaganda that they had this 14-point agreement, and it was completely favorable. Then the real thing came out, and pro-IRGC channels just got flooded with, we're losing, what are we doing? Arachi's a traitor. We've lost. Like, it was perfect.
Wait, but so let's explain this to people, for people who are not following, right? So Islamic Republic came out with their list of 14 things that President Trump has agreed to, and people, I mean, some supporters of Islamic Republic were like, okay, we're winning then. Some other supporters of the Republic, other supporters of the Islamic Republic from the Paidari camp, were not even satisfied with that. Okay, like for example, Nabavian. But overall, it's a delusional 14-point list of things that the Islamic Republic wants, and apparently Trump has accepted, according to Mehr News, which is a news agency affiliated with the supreme leadership. And it's absolutely retarded. Like, if you read it, you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, obviously President Trump is not going to agree to this. But then President Trump came out and said, yeah, that is retarded. That is not at all close to what we agreed to. And again, agreed to for a MOU, not a deal. Memorandum of Understanding, not a deal. And then people were like, well, it's Trump who's lying, the pro-regime people. But then Arachi came out and posted, and they're like, yeah, this is a lie. Like, he basically didn't say it's a lie, but he basically said, don't trust what's out in the media. And then after that, what Ali is saying, Ali is monitoring IRGC affiliated Telegram groups to see what the pro-regime people are saying, and he shares with us stuff that is not, guys, the stuff Ali finds and shares with us, you're not going to see it anywhere else. Anywhere else. This is the only place that you're going to see a window in IRGC people losing their goddamn mind. This is the only place where Ali is going out and hunting these for you and basically collecting them and showing it to you.
Should we take a look?
Yes, let's take a look.
Okay, guys. So before the deal, all of them were like, "Oh my God, we beat the United States. We beat Israel, two superpowers with nukes and the best weapons. We beat them. We had to force them to leave." And actually,
why did they say like, "Oh my God, we won"? Because they said that Trump has agreed to a deal which requires Americans to leave this area forever. So they're like, guys, it's happening. We were right. We were winning. Two superpowers with nukes came to the region, and now they're leaving, and they're signing it. So from their perspective, this is the Americans signing a surrender deal. Like, it's happening. And then, okay.
And then I'm going to show you guys this one first. This one's really good. Okay.
Oh
no. Sorry, could you move me back?
There we go.
Thank you. Okay, guys, look at this one. Okay. This one, guys, keep in mind, this is all translated from Farsi. Okay. It's like, "Hey, people, come to the aid of the country. Alibab, Arabchi, and Pezeshkian are selling the country. They're selling it out with both hands. Hey, people."
So, guys, when it says doctors, AI is mistranslating Pezeshkian. Pezeshkian just means doctors. So every time it gets to his name, instead of saying Pezeshkian, it just writes doctors. It's Pezeshkian. Pezeshkian is doctors, not Pezeshkian. But anyways, that's cool.
So that's the first one, okay? And I, as soon as the Arauchi statement came out and Donald Trump posted that on his Truth Social to like throw Arauchi under the bus, I came straight to this channel so I could see what people were saying. And then again, the words of the prophets. Oh, what?
But can you go back to the other before you go to this one? Okay, so look at this. It should translate a carpet weaver, an Iraqi man, and a doctor are selling the country. That's what it should have said. But yeah, go on. Sorry.
That would be better.
Yeah.
Okay, so in order, this is what we're going to show you guys. Okay, so that's the first one. Then we have this one, and it says, "The words of the prophets and Sabeti scare us. Whether we want to or not, we will pour out our anger at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs," which is Arabchi. So guys, this is translated from Farsi, okay? It's the best.
Wow, can I see the Persian original of this one?
Yeah, of course. Let me translate it back. There you go.
Okay. So Nabavian is mistranslating to the prophets. Nabavian is another member of the Paidari camp, right? So both Nabavian and Sabeti are members of parliament, right? And they're part of the Paidari camp. So it's go now to the English. So the correct translation would be, I knew it. The words of Nabavian and Sabeti scares us.
Good catch.
That would be the correct. Yes. So
whether we want to or not, we will pour our anger at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Ooh, Aroshi's got it coming to him.
Ooh. So, guys, look at this. Did I not tell you, Musa, did I not tell you not to kill anybody from the Paidari camp? This is the reason. Because both Nabavian and Sabeti are Paidari camp people, and the pro-regime people are basically turning against. They want to go riot on the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, basically against Araqchi and that entire building, because of the the warnings that they're hearing from members of the priority camp. You see, Ali, you see how correct we were about this from the very beginning. We saw all of this coming. We
Yep.
actually even named you the people who are going to be an asset, even though they're completely retarded, and but they're an asset to us in causing division within the Islamic Republic, and they're now being mentioned by name, exactly the people that we mentioned to you by name. This is why you come here, guys. This is why you listen to people who know what they're talking about. You can see that everything we predicted is coming true. Amazing.
And then the best one of them all, we lost. I have nothing to say. Yeah, this guy was just dooming in the group chat as hard as he could.
Unbelievable. Guys, show this to the Americans who think that they're losing this. Oh my god. This is perfect. This can I see? I know people will not understand this, but can I see the original Persian? Because I just want to Can
Yeah.
I see the original Persian? Thank you. Ooh, ما باختیم صحبتی نداره. Oh,
I have nothing to
God,
say.
wait, where is he linking to? He posted a Farce article, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, well. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. It is.
The Persian hits harder. Yeah, exactly. That's why I wanted to see the original.
It should be this one.
Oh, yes, yes. Say, yeah, there we go. This,
There it
guys.
is.
Whoa, guys. Did I not tell you on Iran Revolution Live just a few hours ago that this post by Arakchi is going to make the regime people lose their mind and think that this means that the Islamic Republic is submitting to the Americans? This is the proof that I was exactly, guys. If this is not proof that I know what the fuck I'm talking about, what does proof? What else would do it for you? Nothing else would do. This is the exact thing I told you will happen. The post by Arakchi, and here's another prediction, Ali. Here's another prediction. Okay, I mean this is not this is obvious in my opinion. The fact that President Trump posted, you saw this, right? President Trump posted the picture of this tweet on Truth Social. This is basically this is President Trump. That's a kiss of death on Arakchi, because now think about this. The pro-regime people are saying, look what the fuck is happening. Our so-called foreign minister is posting something that is being celebrated by the murderer of our supreme leader.
Yep. And it's even better because the pro-regime supporters, guys, just like how our emotions go up and down all the time, right? Their emotions just now were super high because they literally thought they won. And then Archie comes out and he's the perfect target for their anger. And he's like, guys, stop believing everything you see. Just wait until we sign it. And then Trump's team comes out with the actual terms, and the regime supporters are just destroyed. They're like, oh my God. So also, we have our favorite critic here. Let me address this because I know more people are thinking this. So Insuver is saying, what are you on about? The regime's getting billions signing a deal. No more war. Okay, I wanted to talk about this. Okay, Insuver, listen. And anyone else thinking anything like that, just listen. Okay, if they get a deal, do you think the Islamic Republic is going to be like, hey, there you go, come in, take the uranium, have a good one, see you later? They're going to drag their feet. They're going to delay, and just keep us annoyed the entire time. They're not going to let us immediately come in and take the uranium out. They're going to make us work for it super hard for another couple of months. Okay, I understand the entire Iranian X, like Twitter, is thinking exactly like that. But listen, what have we done for the past 60 days? Nothing in terms of the deal. Nothing. There was no progress made. We haven't even signed the memorandum of understanding yet, and it's taken 60 days. Okay? So what do you think is going to happen in the next period? Do you think they're immediately going to let you open the strait, take the uranium, all of that? No. Guys, they're going to drag their feet super hard. They're going to piss Trump off even more. Okay? But let's just say that they didn't do that. And let's just say on Sunday in Geneva, in Europe, Vance goes, signs the deal, and on Monday, they start going into Iran and taking the uranium out. Okay, let's just say that happens. What happens to the regime supporters? The regime has 3%, 4% of the population, maybe let's just say 5. 5% of the Iran's population as their supporters. Okay? What if happens if they go down to like 1%? They lose 80% of their followers. They go down to 1% of the countries. Do you think they can stay in power? No. It doesn't matter how many billions they get at that point. They're gone. Even their own supporters are going to turn against them. Oh my God, is Jew Hater back?
Yes, yeah, we'll get to him.
Oh, wow.
We'll go to it in order. Yeah, but he's back here. He was also back. He was also there in our discussion group, live, in the chat.
But do you
I
see what I'm
also want
saying,
to.
Armin?
Yes. Okay. Let me say. Okay. Either there's not going to be any deal because President Trump has already said that we're close to a deal 38 times so far. 38 times. And then we didn't end up getting to a deal, right? And honestly, I think that was beautifully fucked with the Islamic Republic's, mind for the past couple of months. Is really they went up a really crazy roller coaster and has caused a lot of internal division in them. So I'm not complaining about that. Also, you showed us all the signs of the Islamic regime supporters losing their mind over this. I mean, the most diehard supporters of Islamic Republic are really upset and terrified right now. So if you think we're losing this, how come they're, the people who within the regime, and they think they're losing this, right? They see this as capitulation. But here, let's actually look at what Ali just said. Ali, let's say there is a deal. I actually prefer if there was a deal, as long as it's the deal that the White House is talking about. If those red lines are met, so I know we're saying like there is no deal because both sides are so far apart, and they like, but maybe President Trump, I mean, the Islamic Republic is bankrupt right now, so they are desperate for money, so maybe you could dangle a few billion in front of them and basically make them submit, right? Given how desperately they need cash. So maybe you could make them, do anything by that. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, these people are more survival driven than the ideological, right? They want to survive this. So if that happens, if as long as President Trump doesn't, as long as President Trump doesn't budge at all on the red lines, if this deal happens, even if the Islamic Republic gets money, because the money is conditional on behavior, on this actually happening. There's no release of funds, I mean, at least according to what they're saying, without seeing the results. And the result includes seeing the enriched uranium leaving Iran, right? So think about what's happening here. The Islamic Republic has lost hundreds of billions in a short amount of time, right? And a fraction, and they're so desperate for cash. The United States is basically dangling just a few billion of that, a small fraction of everything they lost in front of them. And in return, the Islamic Republic is going to give up its most important leverage, right? I'm okay with that. Not only I'm okay with that, because that would disarm the Islamic Republic. And even if the United States basically sits back and does nothing anymore, we have pulled the last remaining teeth of the Islamic Republic. and then Israel has complete free range of what they want to do. They have their hands are completely untied. The United States used the art of the deal to defang the Islamic Republic, and now is sitting back. And Israel doesn't have any deal with the Islamic Republic, and they could do whatever they want, right? And not only that, think about this. If I'm saying if there is a deal, this is going to be a beautiful deal. If it, as long as President Trump doesn't move the red lines, okay, this is surrender. This is not like a deal for the survival of the Islamic Republic. Think about this. Mujtaba Khamenei's first great act as a supreme leader is to allow the people who are responsible for killing his father, for killing the supreme leader of the Islamic Republic, allowing them to come and take the enriched uranium and take it out of the country. That is the first thing that he's allowing the Americans to do. This is like this regime will have no more legitimacy after this. They will lose every like the vast majority of their supporters will turn against them. You're muted.
And he won't even be able to defend himself. So that allows other people in the regime to come up and try to vie for power as well. But listen, a lot of people think that we're coping. What's your proposal then? What would you rather have happen? Realistically, what's going to happen? If this is not good enough, what is realistically good enough? Realistically.
This is the best outcome as long as President Trump does two things. Does not remove, like I'm making this conditional. I'm not saying like, oh, this is definitely good. I'm putting it, this is an if statement. If the blockade is still there, and if President Trump's red lines are not moved, if this does not move towards being like an Obama deal, which is hard to imagine, right? I'm not saying it will not happen, but it's hard to imagine. This is the most beautiful. I honestly, I know, Ali, this is an unpopular thing to say. I think, and as exciting as it is to watch regime officials die, and for President Trump and Bibi to make cutlets out of them, I honestly think that this, if the blockade remains and if President Trump doesn't remove the red lines, this is the best. This has been the best plan. This has been the best plan. If, but again, it's conditional.
And for those of you who don't even accept that it is the best plan, it is all we got. It's all we're getting so far. Okay? Which is better than being left on our own. I wish people would see that Trump is not going to come and transplant the regime or just kill every single person and just overthrow the regime for us. I really hope people start realizing that, because it seems like many of you haven't. And in server, even if we are being left on our own, we are in a much better position now than we were a few months ago. So at some point, we were going to be left on our own anyway. It was always going to happen. Do you guys not understand that we're getting help? No one's coming and doing the job for us.
Yeah, in server, you're saying we are being left on our own. Nobody owes us anything. We have received more help from the Americans and Israelis than we could ever imagine. The Americans don't owe us anything. The Israelis don't owe us anything. This is our responsibility. We have already received more help than we could have imagined.
And no one else came. Guys, no one else came to help. Not only did they not help, they didn't even believe us. The only two countries that came to help us are the United States and Israel. At the end of the day, no matter what they do, we have to be grateful.
Yeah, exactly. Look at US. Exactly, Ali. Look at what the US has done and what Israel has done compared to every other country on earth. And if you are not happy with what the Americans are doing, then what if they acted more like Europe? Did you
The
want
same
like yeah.
the same people who are right now angry at the US or Israel for helping this little are the same people who would have immediately given up if the US and Israel didn't even come to help. They would have immediately given up.
Instead of saying who gives a shit, results are the same. They're not the same. The Islamic, I mean, instead of if you can't see that the Islamic Republic is weaker than it has ever been, and if you can't see the effect of the past 3 months, then you're not seeing the results. I don't know what you're looking at. Yeah, Feinstein is saying you can be grateful but still critical at the same time. Yes, as long
Yes.
as you're as long as you are expressing. So if you want to criticize, make sure that you add a heavy dose of gratefulness as well. Don't just criticize. Like make sure it's clear that you're grateful, and then obviously criticism is good for sure. I agree with that.
We have criticized the US.
Yeah.
Said Ghassanejad, Prince Reza everyone's criticized the US. It's not like we haven't. Also, someone was asking, someone had a serious question despite trolling a lot. So someone's saying, Ali, serious question. What would it take for you to accept that regime change isn't happening? What it would take is if the United States withdrew all of their troops, if Israel signed a peace deal with the Islamic Republic of Iran, if Hezbollah promised to never attack Israel again, and all the Persian Gulf countries gave like $100 billion each to the regime. I think since you had a serious question, I'm giving you a serious answer. That's actually my serious answer. If all of that happened, I would accept that the regime wouldn't change. So let's read some of these super chats here. So we got Fleshy Interloper who's saying, Ali, support for awesome Ukraine. Sit rep this AM. What's AM?
I don't know, but I support Ukraine. Slava Ukrainia.
Yeah, guys. So basically, I explained this yesterday, but Ukraine's they're just hammering Russia. They're just hammering Russia. So Russia's taking a pounding that few others can take, honestly. Their own generals and their own economic minister is saying that both the front line might collapse by the end of this year, and the Russian economy might completely collapse within 2 years. That is how hard Russia is losing this war. You know why?
Okay.
Because Russia has
AM
no
morning. That's
innovation.
morning.
Russia
Sorry.
has no innovation. AM is in morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
No. Okay.
Russia has no innovation in this war. Ukraine has had much incredible innovation. I mean, they're the most sought after warriors on this planet in terms of teaching the next technology for warfare. They've innovated and they're winning. The only way for Ukraine to lose or to be stopped at this point is for Russia to threaten them with nuclear weapons. That's the only way. But yeah, good question. And Amir the Cricket says, a little add up for more streamer equipment. Much love. You doing above and beyond, Ali. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, guys, I bought this mic. This was like a $200 mic. And then it sounds exactly the same as my like $15 mic. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's the exact same quality. I even went live with the new one and people were like, why does it sound so like sensitive picking up? And I was like, I can fix it. So I'm gonna return that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And Roman Cabbage saying, last day of my vacay. Greetings to
Hey.
ALC and friends.
Oh no. Shh. Shh. That's okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Roman Cabbage.
Oh, look at this. A profile picture is actually a Roman cabbage. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And close these, and then let's read this super chat last. Priority of things. And Boboism It just said Trump just posted. It's a pro-U.S. military video, and I got that
Ooh.
up for you guys.
Oh,
So
you
why don't we
do?
take a look? It's a minute and a half of Donald Trump's True Social here. Let's
Is
take a
there
listen.
is there copyrighted music?
Oh, I guess we'll watch it with mute then if there's music.
Well, you know what? You know what? Screw it. Let's just play. People will cover it with super chats anyways. Let's just forget copyright. It's okay.
Yeah, we'll
Just
see.
play it. Yeah.
America's military is unmatched. Projecting power, denying passage to adversaries, and protecting our interest at the time and place of our choosing. America is winning.
We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into. It's called peace through strength. Every branch of our armed forces is setting records for recruitment. Through our power and might, we will lead the world to peace. Our friends will respect us, our enemies will fear us, and the whole world will admire the unrivaled greatness of the United States military. If you attack the United States of America, we will hunt you down and we will find you.
Decisively, devastatingly, and without mercy.
God bless you. God bless our armed forces. God bless our men and women serving overseas. And God bless the United States of America.
And so if you're 18 years old and you see that video, no wonder that military recruitment rates have gone up this year. And also,
Right.
that's an interesting scene right there. Ooh.
Ooh, good catch. Oh my god, that's a dangerous
Mines.
job.
Whoa.
Jesus
But-
Christ. It's really dangerous.
Okay, so peace through strength, the wars that we never have to fight, most importantly, which is World War III, which is why this is happening, why Iran is happening in the first place. Yeah, Armin, I think if I was 17 in high school, I would be like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do that as soon as I graduate.
Yeah, maybe. It's very effective. I mean, how could you be American and see that and not feel patriotic? You do have the greatest, military force, economic force, cultural force that's the history of civilization has ever seen.
For Steve, who's asking how old I am 14. No, I'm kidding. YouTube. I'm 26. So, yeah, that's a good catch, Bobism. Cool. Oh, man, why would they post that and him sign a peace deal? It's rather strange. By the way, we're going to flesh out more of what goes on with this deal right after we read these super chats. I want to tell you guys what I think is going to happen, almost play by play. And we're going to explore like the different angles here. So thanks, Boboism. Let's go back here. And EHEF, he says, the regime is more likely to stay gone if they end themselves. Americans have given so much to try and fix the Middle East. 93% of people can't afford a home. We need to help ourselves or there will be no America to lean on. Okay, that is not because of the Middle East. That is because of poor administration of this country. After Ronald Reagan, actually from Ronald Reagan onwards. That is not because of the Middle East.
If the solution to home affordability is reduction in regulations so that there's more supply. The United States presence in the Middle East and everywhere else in the world actually helps affordability in the United States because It is the security that United States military provides globally for international maritime trade is what makes the global economy grow as much as it does. Um, that's the main. I mean, the global maritime trade that we have right now is the backbone of the modern economy globally, and you need stability and security and safety to be able to have that. And it's only the United States that makes that possible. So the prices of everything everywhere in the world would have been significantly higher if it wasn't because of United States presence everywhere in the world.
Yeah. Also, real
Oh, you
quick.
missed one.
Oh, did I? I just wanted to say something before we went to the next one. I caught Sarah's comment, Sarah Ocean. I caught your comment from earlier saying, I fail to realize why the regime supporters think is important. Like, why do we care what they think? Because they're not mad at Trump. They're mad at themselves. They're mad at Adolchi. So Adolchi supporters are going to have to fight, like Vahidi supporters, Ghalibaf supporters are going to have to fight each other. That's the important thing. Is the whole point is if the regime had 70% of the people of Iran's support, no one would be trying to divide the regime. It wouldn't like this hard. It wouldn't be the objective. But because they only had 5%, this is why it's important. Imagine you have 2% of a country's population supporting you. It's so much easier to get rid of them that way. We already have proof that millions of Iranians came out. Got it. Now let's make it easier for them to come out. The next time they come out is the last time they will come out because the regime will kill them even more and more and more and make Iran into a North Korea, cut off the internet, etc., etc. So you got one shot. And it's been 6 months. We got this. Also, this isn't meant at you, Sarah, in particular. I'm just saying it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. And yeah, we did miss one. You're right.
Yes.
Someone's back. And he says, all I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs. Money on my mind. Money, money on my mind. Thank you.
No, what he's trying to say is that President Trump is going to release billions of dollars to the Islamic Republic. And the Jew hater is fan of the Islamic Republic. And he's actually retarded because I explained this to him and he still doesn't get this. First of all, he thinks that this is a good sign. If that even happens, he thinks that this is a good sign for the Islamic Republic. He doesn't realize how pathetic it is for the Islamic Republic to have a win because the United States is leaving some crumbs for the Islamic Republic as bait, maybe, to get the enriched uranium. He doesn't, even though I explained this to him, I know he's a Jew hater, but he should get a Jew to do this math for him. He doesn't get that the Islamic Republic has lost so many more billions in the past few months that this few billions, even if the United States released that to the Islamic Republic, is nothing compared to what the Islamic Republic has lost. I already explained this to him, but I'm just saying it for the rest of people, right? And this means if this deal happens, it just means that United States has so effectively bankrupted the Islamic Republic to the point that they're so desperate for just a small fraction of it back that they're willing to give up their most important leverage, which is the enriched uranium, to just get access to a few $1 billion. That's what it means. And him, he thinks that the Islamic Republic is winning because the United States is offering something that the United States itself considers pocket change. And just throwing some change to the Islamic Republic, and he's grabbing it, and he's like, oh my God, look at this, we're so powerful. They give us some money.
Imagine spending billions on your nuclear program, like hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars on your nuclear program, only for it to just get taken away from you. Imagine spending billions, dozens, and hundreds of billions on Hezbollah, getting it taken away from you. you're trying to recoup those losses by making a toll system on the Strait of Hormuz. Is that ever going to happen? No. That is even less likely to happen than the uranium. It's just never going to happen. And Trump's red line this entire time, even if you guys don't believe him on anything, his only red line, right? For him, the uranium is actually more important than the Strait because he prefers the rest of the world to come and get pissed off at the Islamic Republic about the Strait. So he just focuses on the uranium. And as I told you, the regime will drag their feet on this as much as they possibly can. I wouldn't be surprised if we go back to more limited strikes in this short period of time. And if that completely breaks down, full-on strikes again. And we got a super chat here from Nail Bunny. Says, you will get comments about Carter now. What they need to understand is that the strikes are carried out by soldiers who are not alive in 1979.
Yeah.
Wait, can you explain that to me?
Yeah, so I think what she's pointing out is that some Iranians who get disappointed with United States right now will go, I think this is what Neil Bunny is saying, will then go like, oh, the Americans are responsible for the Islamic Republic. They brought, during Carter is responsible for the mullahs being in charge. So I think she's responding to that. And yeah, those are these Americans now are not the same Americans back then, but also the Americans back then were not the same as Carter. Like people keep, like some Iranians keep mentioning like, oh, US is responsible for the mullahs. Look at what Carter did. But they forget that right before Carter, we had Nixon, who was the friend of the Shah. And we also had Reagan right after, who was also a friend of the Shah. So the United States, even like, yes, exactly what Nilban is saying, the US today is not the same as the US back then. But even if we wanted to go to the US back then, Carter was not the entirety of the United States. Blame it on Carter. Don't blame it on all of the US.
Quick little update here. There is heavy fighting in Lebanon. Very heavy fighting. Very close to the Dahia. Nabatea. Yeah, so there's heavy artillery by Israel, and looks like the IRGC proxies, including Hezbollah, are actually pouring a lot more resources into trying to stop the IDF's advance here. So, yeah, there's a huge battle going on right now.
You know what that means, Ali? You know what that means, Ali?
A deal.
You read my mind. That means we're gonna have a deal tomorrow.
Because people think Hezbollah is just gonna stop. Yeah, guys, Hezbollah's gonna stop, and then after they stop, Israel's gonna be like, oh yeah, 150,000 rockets right next to us. Should be fine. They're never gonna fire it again in the future. We'll let them live. And IRGC is just going to let them do that. It's just never going to happen.
I mean, the whole Hezbollah thing was a huge red line for the Islamic Republic, and now that Hezbollah is being pounded, I wonder how can they get away with a deal with throwing Hezbollah under the bus. You know what this means, Ali? That means that the Islamic Republic has only 3 leverages left. Only 3. Okay, the enriched uranium, Strait of Hormuz, Hezbollah. Okay, so what we're saying is that the Islamic Republic has to, if this deal actually happens and President Trump doesn't give up on his red lines, all three leverages, have to be taken away from them. That will leave the Islamic Republic completely naked.
Yes,
and then it's basically like President Trump going into the bedroom, taking the clothes of the Islamic Republic off, and then coming outside and telling Israel, she's ready. Go do your thing. Right? So that's anyways. Or he's ready.
And And yeah, and anyway, and that is why we say, unless everything is signed and agreed upon, nothing is agreed upon. Because everything's super interconnected. Everything depends on the other. So let me go back to this comment right here. Where is it? There it is. And guys, I'm not picking on InServer. InServer's not picking on me. We're both communicating points and viewpoints that a lot of people think. So I want to show you guys this, okay? So InServer is saying, if you say there is no deal and Trump will do the right thing, like Texas says, I respect it, which InServer is referring to just getting rid of the regime for us. Or at least, you can clarify that if that's not what you meant. But from what I know, that's what you mean. But if you're going to BS and gaslight us about how a deal is good for us, I have no respect for you. That's fine. But I'm going to tell you that a deal is good for us because the alternative is nothing. The alternative is the US did nothing and we were in a much worse spot than we are now. It's whatever we get is my point. My point is whatever we get is better than nothing. I don't agree that there should have been a ceasefire in the first place. I don't agree with that. I keep saying I wish we kept going. Make them negotiate under bombs. Keep on striking and eliminating them and making them negotiate during that. But the deal is good for us if you think about it as in it's better than nothing. Also, why are you forgetting yourself? You're Iranian. I'm Iranian. Like the real Iranians. We're way more proud than this. We don't need someone to come and do everything for us. In fact, we always knew, go back to 6 months ago, we always knew that we were going to have to do this on our own. Has anyone ever come to help us? Ever, 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 once? No. No one. Until now. Until this year. So yes, we will take this help, and then we're going to keep on going for however long it takes, and we're going to finish it. Fine Stars is saying, Ali, do you realize how many people were killed? Yes, but what is your point? How does that go against anything that I just said?
Yeah, it doesn't negate what Ali said.
I'm saying that we have to keep going no matter what. And now that we've gotten this help, we're in a much better position than we were months ago.
So here's what I do know. If we turn against the Americans, more people will die. If we give up, more people will die. So too many people have died. If we give up, if we stop fighting, if we turn against our allies, that number will be higher.
Yeah. Listen, so the US and Israel, their job isn't to overthrow the regime. Okay? Their job from the get-go has been to allow us to overthrow the regime. And by us, I mean the Iranian people who live in Iran and want the regime gone. They are the people who will overthrow the regime. Guys, I'm not gaslighting. I'm saying that this help is better than nothing. I don't understand how that's a hard point to grasp. I'm not saying everything's dandy fine and this is it. We did it. Everyone come out into the streets right now.
Yeah, I mean, look at the results.
Okay. So Fine Stars is saying she didn't mean to negate what I said. She was just saying that I responded to him saying we are Iranians. We can do this alone. Yes, I realize that. Well, that's what I'm saying. We can do this alone. We don't have to do this alone because it looks like we have two allies who are willing to help us. So I'm not gonna start shitting on them. is just plainly put. Like if I'm being assaulted and someone comes to help, like no matter what kind of help they want to do, even if they're going to stand there and just take a video of the assault and it might help me later on, I'll still be like, okay, thank you. Whatever that someone does to help us, because I don't understand it. I hope some of you haven't forgotten. When I lived in Iran and when the Green Revolution happened, and I was there on the street in a very similar situation to what happened in January, not the same, just similar, where hundreds of people did die on the streets. After I thought America was going to come and help us. I thought Obama was going to come and help us because I was born in the United States of America and I lived in the United States of America for a large portion of my life until I moved to Iran. And I knew that American values of liberty and freedom and justice for all meant that the United States was going to come and help me and every Iranian get rid of the regime. Did they? No. You know why? Because of Obama, because of a different administration. Did Europe come to help? No one came to help. No one. Everyone was like, wow, Michael Jackson died. Oh my God. Oh, the Iran, whatever about Iran. What happened in 2019, 2021, no one came. Please stop forget. You guys have like short-term memory loss, some of you, I swear. I am frustrated, extremely frustrated. I've been in a bad mood since yesterday, ever since we called off the strikes. And I wish that I can scream into this microphone every fush and obscenity and insult, and I won't, because it's not going to help us at all. Someone's saying, do you hear yourself? Are you assuming that the Iranians will be armed and or somehow the IRGC, Basij, and their police can't kill people this time? Did I ever say that? When I say that we have to do this, we have to finish this, no matter what, it was with anyone's help or no help, we were going to have to finish it at the end. Of course. Of course. And how could you possibly say that me or Prince Reza Pahlavi or Armin or anyone else who wants the Iranian people to be free is responsible for the deaths that the IRGC and the Basij are going to inflict? They're the murderous ones with their stupid Islamist bullshit who are going to kill us. And it is not my fault or anyone else's. It is only the IRGC, it is only the Islamic Republic's fault. So some of you need to get this straight. Some of you need to remember that no one came to help us and now someone is. So be grateful. And second, no matter who helps us, we have to finish it. And lastly, all of the killings are only the fault of the Islamic Republic and no one else. If you can't understand those three things, nothing else I tell you will get through to you. So let's go on.
It's very, at least cooking. It's really good.
Thank you. And
that's why, guys, there is you saw me being silent for a long time because I was like, ooh, that's pretty good. Like, let's not interrupt Ali. He's cooking.
That's the closest I'll get to a rant.
Oh, okay, that was a rant. We can work on that. Okay.
Yeah, and with that said, like the deal that you guys think, like many of you, if you actually think about the deal isn't America packs up and goes and the Islamic Republic gets hundreds of billions of dollars. Just please listen, like just say that out loud and listen to yourself. That's insane. It's insane. Anyway, over here, File says, I need a whole series of Ali explaining this like you're 5, like he explained Ukraine war yesterday. Yeah. I should try. You know, like I should try, because out in the real world, like where I live, there's a lot of Iranian Americans like me who are born in America, and a lot of them, if they do speak Farsi, it's broken Farsi. They don't know a lot about our culture, and what they think about this entire revolution. I'm just saying, people my age, a lot of them, not all, a lot of them, all they say when I tell them, like, oh my God, yeah, I wish Iran, this happens, and like I feel so like disgusted about everything. They're like, oh yeah, like Tehran summer. I can't wait to go to Iran in the summer. I'm like, how disgusting of a statement is that? Like, are you completely ignoring everything that's going on and just focusing in on your own selfish desire to go to Iran for the summer? Like nothing happened? And to those people, I do want to explain it to them like they're 5. Anyway, damn, I've been yapping. Let's go on to Patton over here. But yeah, thanks, File.
Wait,
I will keep that in mind.
You missed the.
Oh, you got this one.
Okay, I don't even. Everyone should take Trump's advice and go take it. I don't understand. Explain it to me before I answer. Is he talking about? Do you understand it?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the fact that the Islamic Republic is making a deal with Trump. Maybe he's saying that. Well, the Islamic Republic is taking it. They're taking a pounding like no one else.
Yeah, actually, you're right. We don't need to follow that advice. The Islamic Republic is. There you go. All right. You're making less and less sense, Jew hater. You're not even trying. You stop being funny. Can you go back to being funny? Like, try harder. All right. Let's go to next.
We have General Patton here, who says, short of a full-scale invasion, what do people expect from the USA? The regime is more damaged now than they have ever been. In the end, it will be up to the Iranian people to overthrow their government. See? See?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I'd like as much help as I can possibly get, right? And so if I want as much help as I can possibly get, I'm not going to turn on Trump. In fact, he can leave if he wants to leave. And I'm not going to say anything against him. In my mind, I will, okay? But the words out of my mouth will be thank you.
Yeah, he has done more than any other president in U.S. history for Iran. Any other president. So imagine turning against that. Like, what signal are you sending to the Americans? Is that when finally there is a U.S. president that is taking action against the Islamic Republic, you are complaining that it wasn't as much as you wanted. Like, that is so. You're sending, like, this is so damaging to our cause. Like, if you care about the Iranian people, then stop. Because this is how you reward, this is how you show appreciation for a president that actually finally did something. By the way, I do want to mention to the Americans that many Iranians are still very, very, like, I hope you don't think that this represents, the view of most Iranians. I mean, yeah, there are many Iranians who feel like that, but there are many other Iranians who think who believe that President Trump is, they're grateful.
And I want you to know that, like, people like InServer, Fine Stars, anyone who doesn't believe in what I'm saying, there's no bad blood. And there shouldn't be. Both you and I want the same thing. And both you and I should, if that's what we really want, if we want Iran to be free more than anything else, should give our 100%. It's okay to have differences on the methods at which it should happen. I'm offering you a different perspective that might not be clouded by emotional judgment. That is all I'm doing. You can completely leave it, and I will still welcome you for the rest of my life. It's nothing between me and you. What's the next one? Thanks, Patton.
Thank you.
And we have No Border Sports, who says, Ali, I have a 5 fine XLR mark, best $50 I've spent on streaming. Oh, what do you stream?
Oh, wait. Let me screenshot that. I'm gonna look into that. Thank you for the recommendations.
Yeah, thanks, Pat. Thanks, No Border. Oh, this guy again. Back down to $2. Yikes. Anyway, he said, Lamau, the Cope. Can someone help us open the Strait of Hormuz? Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe there is no God, but there is the United States of America, in Morad Basi's words.
Can someone help us open the Strait of Hormuz? Are you like?
He's making fun of Trump.
I know, but you do realize there's a blockade on Iranian ports and that the Islamic Republic hasn't been able to do shit about that, right? You do realize that it has now been confirmed that 100 million, is that the number, Ali, of the barrels of oil that went through the Strait of Hormuz?
Yeah, it's more than that, yeah.
200 ships, 100 million barrels of oil. Like, this is embarrassing. Do you actually check the news before you come and talk here? Like, do you actually follow what's happening? 100 million barrels has already went through the Strait of Hormuz.
It's closer
And
to like
this is what you're
200 million.
going to? Okay. Have you seen the oil prices? What happened? Where's your $200 per barrel oil prices? What happened to that? If this is actually, you should stay far away from this argument. You know, you're reminding us of how amazing the blockade on the Iranian ports have been working. Not a single ship has managed to go through without it eventually being hunted down and brought back. And 200 vessels, more apparently. 200 million barrels of oil have gone through the closed Strait of Hormuz. This is your example. We don't need coping. We have data. You need this. Every time, guys, every time Jew hater says cope is projection. He's trying to cope and he thinks that we're doing the same. I mean, he knows we're not. But every time Jew hater says cope, it's basically what he's doing. Look at the market. Have you seen the US stock market, Jew hater? Have you seen the price of oil? Have you seen have you seen the Islamic Republic's economy? Have you seen the videos of Hezbollah people who are complaining that they're not getting paid by the Islamic Republic? Wow. Coping, sure, buddy. There we go.
Look at that. This is where my mouse is, right here, where that dot is. That's June. Okay. So, boom, right here. We're going to bomb the Islamic Republic. Oh, never mind. I changed my mind. Boom.
There you go.
Went from $96 to $84. We just had a $10 drop, roughly.
Yeah. Your supreme leader is in the fridge, and oil prices never managed to get $200 per barrel. These are facts. What you have is, oh, you're coping. What we have is data. Enough said.
And this allows President Trump more room. So if oil fell by 16% in the last 12 days and 4% today, that gives Trump more room. If you guys notice, we talked about this. Every time that the 20-year bond yields of the United States Treasury go up to around 4% or higher, every time oil reaches like 90-something dollars per barrel, right? You can literally see this trend right here. Let me just zoom out a little bit.
You know,
So
every time you... Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so every rise is like, hey, let's hit the Islamic Republic, or we did hit them. And then, boom, every time he announces it's a deal, it just goes down. So you buy some time, goes up, look,
come back down. Ali, look at this. but it hit nearly 150 for a while. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Who's coping
Yeah,
now?
I'm not really
Who's
sure.
coping?
Not really sure. I think it hit. Oh, it hit.
Oh
it hit
my god.
112.
Oh my god, coping detected. But it almost got to 150 for just a short while. Wow. Okay. Look who's coping.
It hit 112 for one day. It hit $112 for one day.
Wow, they promised us 200 and 300, and this motherfucker is in the chat. But it almost got to 150 for half a day. Oh, is that not good? That's close enough. Oh my god. Wow. So good. Yeah, 112 was the high.
You know, now that I'm looking at
Google
it,
is
we're
too
hitting
sweet.
what is this?
It's so good.
82.
Oh my god. I love having Jew hater in this shit.
Like your message cut
Oh,
off.
no.
You know, okay, so we're actually about to hit the 90-day low for oil. That's good because Trump can start something. Anyway. Oh, also, I want to know, in server, if you're still here, let me check. Or in server or Fine Stars or anyone, what is your issue with what I said? Just out of curiosity. But anyway.
Somebody's saying block that idiot. Are you kidding me? I'm having so much. I think we're all having more fun because of him. No,
Yeah.
This is great. Blessings to the channel.
This guy, Jew hater is funding the biggest proponent of anti-Islam and anti-Islamic Republic who's been doing this for 20 years.
And pro-Zionist.
Like everything that Jew hater hates, Armin
He's
stands for.
Sarah had a comment. Look at this is for you.
Says, Addy, are you secretly evil? You have the sweetest face, but when you rub your hands together nefariously, I worry. Javid, Dr. Evil? Yeah. What's that quote? It's like every strong, or like every man should be capable of great evil. And that's the quote. And that's the quote because if you are capable of great evil, which means you realize what you could do, but you don't act out on any of it, means that you've overcome the urge to do great evil, and instead you do great good. Something like that. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, Insert, I was saying, like, what part do you not agree with? Like when I was yapping.
Yeah, Insert, you're making claims, but you're not making arguments. You know, so if you have a claim, you need to actually back it up with an argument. Repeating a claim doesn't make your argument. Much love to you, but repeating a claim doesn't make the claim more valid. You actually have to provide an argument for it.
Okay, so he's saying, I disagreed because Trump said uranium can be destroyed in Iran. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I don't think that'll happen. But even if it did, it pretty much achieves the same effect. Because guys, if he said that, okay, and if that's true, the end result is pretty much the same. Whether the uranium is taken out or if it's completely diluted, the regime supporters are going to be pissed off. Also, Trump is not someone who doesn't think that the regime will just get uranium at some point in the future. All the Islamic Republic has to do is just wait another 2.5 years, and that's it. They can go back to getting uranium.
So if they verify that it has been, the nuclear material will be destroyed. If the Americans verify that, it's as good as taking it out.
Yeah, we got to go in there to the sites. We got to dilute all of it. And if it can't be diluted, we're taking it out anyway. That's just how it works. What do you think the regime supporters are going to do? And I know in server that you don't give, you don't give a crap about what the regime supporters think. But again, it's only important because they're the minority. They're a very small minority. The more you fracture them, it's just impossible to keep in power when you don't have any support. It's impossible, no matter how much money you have.
Oh, I have some important updates. Let's go through. Let's finish the super chat so I could play this for you guys.
And this won't be a JCPOA. This is nothing of the sort. There's no sunset clause here. I firmly believe that with the uranium taken out or diluted, things are going to progress real fast after that. Okay, the regime is not going to have years and years to wait it out, get uranium, enrich it again, build a nuclear weapon. Just never going to happen. Israel is never going to let that happen. The U.S. is never going to let that happen. No one wants the Islamic Republic to get a nuclear weapon. You don't want more countries in the world with it. Anyway, you're right here. So Dominic saying, Trump, make sure people are now fed in the deal. Yeah. That's always a hard thing, because the IRGC are just going to grab all the aid. But yes, there has to be some sort of way.
The only way to make sure that the Iranian people are economically prosperous is to get rid of the Islamic Republic.
Get rid of them. I just wish there was a way that there was, a temporary way right now. But yeah, I know. And Armin, it works. It works. It's like you poke this guy and he just starts farting out $5 every time.
Wait.
So Jew haters saying Armin is right. Islamic Republic lost. Maybe they'll just resign and defect to Russia at any moment. Oh wait, what happened to those so-called defectors? What are you even saying?
Why didn't you ask the Islamic Republic, who had to hire a few thousand people to come massacre my people early January from Iraq, from Hashd al-Shabi, why would they need to bring their terrorist groups from Iraq into Iran, given that the IRGC has how many? Around 200,000 active servicemen, active so-called soldiers in the IRGC. If you have 200,000, why did you need to bring 5,000 people to kill the Iranian people in such high numbers? Wouldn't that mean that people are refusing to shoot at their fellow Iranians? Wouldn't that mean that, isn't that a sign? Like, yeah, why didn't you go, if you want to know what happened to the defectors, go ask the IRGC, given that they have 200,000 militants, why are they having to go and bring 5,000 from 5 to 10,000 people from Iraq? Why didn't you ask IRGC what happened to the defectors? You think I'm not prepared for these questions? You think this is easy I could do this all day, Jew hater. I could do this all day. This is like, you're not even trying. I have dealt with I have had better challenges than this. This is too easy. Make it a little bit more difficult. Like, come on. Okay, this is child's play for me.
By the way, did you see Arabchi's interview today? He went on.
That's what I'm talking about. I want to get to that. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so this guy's also saying, I think we should just read this and we don't have to say anything, okay? Jew haters saying, from my sources, Pahlavi is defecting and joining the Islamic Republic. He realized the grift no longer works. Thanks for the $5.
Thanks for the $5. Nothing needs to be said. This is the clown that we're dealing with. There you go.
That is, and I'm so glad that our enemy is like that. Oh man.
Yeah. Imagine if our enemy was smart.
Actually competent, that would be terrible. And Sarah is saying, Armin, stop saying pounded. Jew haters gonna get aroused.
Oh my god. Is that why he's so much into the new supreme leader?
Oh.
Ooh. Oh yeah, Ali, you know what I was thinking, every time you have a regime supporter pretending that I don't know, they have iqtidar, they have strength, right? Just tell them your old supreme leader is in the fridge, the new one is gay. There you go. I think that would do it.
Yeah, I wonder who's doing the pounding, you know?
Yeah.
Who's taking it, who's giving it. And Jew Hater here saying again that Iranian people will use Armin's drone theory to take over the government. Lamau. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what it takes, if we have to train people to use drones.
Wait, your counter argument to my point is Lamau? Wow.
That's what like Anna Kasparian does, or like Cenk.
Look,
it's like Chunky Yoga
look
does.
at
He
the-
just like laughs.
10 out of 10 debate tactics. Look at the way he forms an argument. So masterful. I am defeated. He wiped the floor with me. Look at this. I never, Ali, I've never learned and never got this in debate school, in my debate club. Lamau? You could say that and all of a sudden your argument is invalid? Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, haven't you seen Cenk?
Yeah.
He just laughs at things he doesn't like, and apparently it works.
Juhader, can we use that against the Islamic Republic? Okay, so if my theory doesn't work, oh, okay, guys, this is what we're supposed to do. If my theory doesn't work against the Islamic Republic, maybe we should say, hey, new supreme leader, Lamau. Then defeated. Didn't know it works like that.
I saw somewhere that Farce News has condemned Arachi, like openly. I really want to find that. But anyway, what are we saying here? So Jew haters saying that Ali moved from the United States of America to the oppressive Islamic Republic. Wow. You know, Armin, I actually woke up every single day, and every single day as I'm putting on, like as a 9-10-year-old, putting on a 3-piece suit to go to private school, I'm thinking, I really wish I was back in California. I really wish I was back. Every day.
I didn't know the Islamic Republic was a place. How do you move to the Islamic Republic?
I'm not
How
really
do you
sure.
move to the Islamic Republic? You look at the city. The USA, the equivalent to that would be Iran, who's occupied by the Islamic Republic. You don't move from the USA to the Islamic Republic. You know the Islamic Republic is not a location, right? Jew hater, you know the Islamic Republic is not a location that you could move to. You don't even know what the Islamic Republic is. Look at this. You like this is. I think this person is mentally handicapped. I think maybe we're abusing a mentally handicapped person. Move to the Islamic Republic? You don't even know what how geography works. You don't even know what the
Also, this guy is he's such a supporter of the Islamic Republic, and he's never lived there. I wish he would go. That's all I'm gonna say. I wish he would go.
Yeah, Ali moved to Iran, who happened to be occupied by the Islamic Republic. He didn't move to the Islamic Republic.
And honestly, I had a good time because I actually got to see family.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah. Everything else sucked. Like school sucked, but yeah. That was actually, oh, guys, being raised and like growing up in America, I actually have not felt as fit in as I did inside of Iran, because when I was in Iran, I hung out with only other international kids who were born in, so they would be like Korean Iranian, or like Mexican Iranian, British Iranian, French Iranian, Canadian Iranian, Kenyan Iranian, South African Iranian. Like we would all be like together, and it was the only place where we fit in. Because if I'm in America To Americans, I'm Iranian. And if I go to Iran, to Iranians, I'm American. But in that little bubble, we like perfectly fit in. It was great. But everything, yeah, but dealing with anything government related sucked. So we have, oh yeah.
Our counter is broken, but that's okay.
Yeah, I think YouTube's had a lot of technical difficulties today. A lot of their stuff is not working properly.
It broke right at 9, so we're missing the confetti.
Also, I have some juicy stuff for you in a second, but let's read these. Justin Lefevre is saying, I'm not as optimistic about the specifics of the deal as Armin is. If he's right, then yes, the deal is a good thing. It's actually not really a deal. It would be a trick by Trump. But even if it's bad as I think, it's still not all over. Guys, it's never going to be all over. Exactly, Justin.
So that's a good point, the second part. But Justin, I think we might be more in agreement than you think, because every single time I said this, I said if the red lines are not moved, right? So you're saying I'm not as optimistic about the specifics. I'm not claiming anything regarding what the specifics are. I'm saying if President Trump doesn't move on his red lines, this is a surrender deal. And I'm saying if the blockade is still there, and if the red lines are not moved, or not going to be moving, we're actually moving. This is the most effective way of moving in the right direction. So it's conditional on the red lines not moving. So I don't know if I'm making myself clear on this. But yeah, so it seems like we're actually more in agreement. And also, by the way, thank you so much for the generous super chat.
Yeah, thank you, Justin. And we have Arik Sen.
You're still here, Justin. If you're still here, let me know if that was clear what I just said.
Yeah. Wait, Richie, who scored? I don't even know who's playing right now. But Arik Sen is saying, oh, he responded. Justin.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, nice. I think I got Sherman agreed. Okay, good.
Arik Sen with the super chat saying, saying Israel can and wants to do more. My fear is that this deal will prevent us from doing anything, as in he's Israeli. Remember the test during Charsham Masudi? Yes, I do. I was so hyped about that.
Okay, so I think, Ali, let me know what you think. Even if the United States sometimes limits the sometimes limits Israel's attacks on the Islamic Republic and Hezbollah and Hamas, even if sometimes that happens, there's a limit to how much the United States can do that. Obviously, the United States understands that when there is an existential risk to Israel, there's no stopping Israel. And I think Prime Minister Netanyahu has made that very, very clear. Very, very clear. There is no, at the end of the day, even if any of this is true, any of the disagreements are true, the United States Israel is not going to just, even if this is all not fake, Israel is not going to risk its country's security just to not make United States upset, right? So let me actually read these two for you. So here, Benjamin Netanyahu, can I share my screen here? I don't know if you've seen this, Ellie. This one. So let me remove this. So Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, detailed aspects of his conversation with Donald Trump, the President of the United States, following the Islamic Republic's missile attack on Israel during the Security Cabinet meeting on Monday evening. According to this report, Netanyahu said he had informed Trump that he understands his desire to reach an agreement with the Islamic Republic, but he doubts the success of such an agreement. He said, I told Trump that I fully understand his desire to reach an agreement, but I don't think such an agreement will come about, and we will not be victims of such an agreement. Netanyahu also addressed Israel's response to the Islamic Republic's attack, stating that he is unwilling to accept an equation in which Israel's response occurs only if the citizens are killed. He added, "If they attack Israeli soil, I will respond and carry out a counterattack." In response to criticisms regarding Israel's excessive dependence on the United States, the Israeli Prime Minister said, "We are not subservient to the Americans. We are their allies. We do not act against them, but alongside them." And then we also had this. Israeli Defense Minister said he and Prime Minister Netanyahu had instructed the military to prepare to preserve Israel's ability to act independently against Iran's nuclear program. See, so whatever with the deal, whatever happens with this deal, Israel is determined to, even if they need to do this separately, they will do it. And honestly, I think this is a great combination. If the United States can disarm the Islamic Republic through a deal, and then the Israel finishes the job after that, I think it's a great combination. It's a good mix.
And Israel has already done that. Trump told them, don't strike, and they struck. They're not the underlings of the United States of America. Another wedge story, interesting. But yeah, I completely agree with you.
Okay, so Texas troops just sent us a tweet saying Trump's pending Iran deal is bitter pill for Netanyahu. My story. This is this is Barak Ravid Axios. I don't trust anything he says.
But
anymore.
I mean, also I already knew that there was going to be more of a wedge driven in between Netanyahu and Trump. I was calling it right before it happened. Like, of course, it makes total sense. It makes total sense for me for them to start separating.
Yeah, but I think it's divide and conquer strategy. It could be that. You know what I mean? Like United States disarms them through a deal. Israel could be focused. I think it actually makes sense if it would work really well if United States using its military might as a hammer above the Islamic Republic's head as a threat for them to just give up their leverages and then the kinetic operations to be left for Israel. I think that's a very good, delegating tasks based on who does what best.
Yeah. And also, I mean, the United States is going to defend Israel, and Israel can just attack. The United States is still going to have to defend all the Persian Gulf states. And if they get hit, they will respond in a defensive manner. And all of those are going to be true, 100%. Any country that doesn't shoot back when they get fired upon is stupid. So we've got Boboism here saying, Bibi will be watching from above. He was, he is, and he will be. Yeah, thanks, Boboism.
Always.
See, Boboism is always like, Israel's your friend. Israel's watching, and Israel's going to help you.
There's no doubt in that. Let me tell you something. This is what makes me so happy, Ali. I don't know if you were following me 5 years ago, okay? But I was the first person in Iran on YouTube that started making shows telling Iranians that we need to focus on our relationship with Israel. Israel is our ally. I told people I'm a Zionist, and people were like, "Yeah, Armin, we're not, like, what are you like? Why are you so obsessed with Israel?" Like at that point, when I was making the shows, most Iranian peoples were only at the level they were not enemies of Israel. Okay, they had disagreed with the Islamic Republic just being anti-Israel. But they were seeing my shows, and they were like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you so obsessed with being allies of Israel? Like, focus on Iran. And also, aren't you an atheist? Doesn't atheism and Zionism contradict each other?" So, we have come a long way since since then, because I was the first person that was arguing to Iranians that our relationship with Israel is going to save us. We need to start building this bridge now. And now these people have moved past me to the point that they're now telling the same people who were telling me like Armin has lost his mind are now saying, Armin, don't you understand? We have no friend except Israel. Israel is the only friend that we have. Nobody else gets us. Like, no, you have gone too far. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That would drive me crazy.
Right. Oh my god.
And next super chat here is from Sherry, who says, Ali, and then hug emoji. Oh,
Oh,
thank you. Sherry's so kind to me. So nice.
thank you, Sherry.
And Conrad saying, hi, Armin. Why do people like Tucker, Candace, Alex Jones, Jimmy, Dore blame all the issues from 9/11 to Charlie Kirk on Israel? This is dangerous on large platforms. They claim Israel is dragging the U.S. into a war with Iran.
Ooh. Can I? Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. It's because Israelis are, say it with me, they're Jews. It's because they're Jews. It's because they're Jews. You know, hey, Jew hater, tell them. Okay, where's Jew hater? Is because there is this underlying hatred for Jews deep within the fabric of society. It's the most ancient, deep rooted, insistent, most aggressive hate that has been in our society, deep within our society, everywhere in the world for the past 2,000 fucking years. And it always makes it profitable at some point. Like it comes and goes. When it goes, people think it's gone. And I tell them, like, it's not gone. It's going to come back. It's always there underneath the surface. It will always come back. And because of that, it will, whenever it shows its ugly head, it will become profitable to blame things on Jews. It will be profitable. It was always profitable. It always made sense for people who wanted to, profit from hating on Jews, that this is what you do. You just jump on that bandwagon. And if it's not acceptable, you just say, I'm anti-Israel or I'm anti-Zionism. But it's profitable. It's profitable. It gets you views. It gets you money. There's just so much money to be made in content creation if you're just anti-Jewish.
And you get that money from the Chinese and the Russians and the Islamic Republic.
And the leftists in the West.
Yes. And Jew hater 5773.
But no, he's retarded because he's spending it on the wrong, like all the other Jew haters are funding the axis of resistance and supporting the axis of resistance. This idiot is funding Zionists.
No.
Are you upset? Ali, before October 7th, I was telling people, this is another thing. People who follow me for a long, they remember. I was telling people that Jew hatred is a really big deal, and it's waiting for its moment to have a comeback, right? And so many people were telling me that I'm exaggerating. And so many of the people who told me I'm exaggerating were Jews. And like, Armin, yes, there is Jew hatred, but you're making too much. Like most of that was from the past. Like, it's not that bad anymore. Like, I haven't experienced it. It's not that bad anymore. Like, I lived all my life in the United States or in UK. Like, I'm not seeing what you're telling me exists. Like, you're exaggerating. I'm like, no, it's there. It's there. It's still there. It's good. It's just waiting. Like, trust me, I know it's there. Like, I've seen it. It's everywhere. And then unfortunately, I was right. And some of those people came back to me and told me, I'm like, oh, holy fucking shit, Armin. What is, I thought this is just a story that my grandma and my grandfather used to tell me. I didn't think I would ever experience it to this extent myself. And now they're experiencing.
I knew it was going to happen when they started defending themselves. Like I knew that was going to be the best ammunition and the best fuel.
Wait, did you guys ban Jew Hater? Is he still here?
I still see him, yeah.
Okay. Don't ban him. We need him. Jew Hater, say something. Proof of life. You're still here? Let me make sure.
Yeah, he's still
Amir, did you? Don't ban him, please. We need him. Sorry, Ali. You were saying something. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's still here, and he's still in your chat. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oof. No, I'm not seeing any new comments from him. Oh, no, there you go. Okay, proof of life.
Yeah.
Okay. Give us proof of. Yeah, okay. There's. Okay, go on. Sorry, continue.
No, not at all. So we got General Patton here saying that I would like to remind some people that Americans have died for you in this conflict. Yes and no. You know, like yes and no, because this is also in the best interest of the United States of America. So they are also dying for the best interests of the United States of America to keep Americans safe. That is what they are dying for, first and foremost. That is why they sign up for the military, first and foremost.
Yeah, for Americans, but we happen to benefit from it because we have mutually aligned interests. But American soldiers volunteered to put their lives at risk for America, as they should, for America.
Yes, we are so grateful.
We are grateful. We are grateful. We are grateful to all patriots and all soldiers that serve their country. And remember, if you serve a tyrant that is not serving your country, we are grateful to those soldiers, even if we were not benefiting from it, because they're patriots and they were serving their country. So even as an Iranian, even if I was not benefiting at all from the American soldiers serving, we should still be grateful for them because these are people who are defending their country. So we will, either way, we would be grateful.
And great point, Patton. And Patton knows all that. I'm sure he knows all that.
Yes, of course. And by the way, thank you for your service.
Yes, General Patton. And Tractor here saying that this ends with the United States putting boots on the ground and in collaboration with part of the Iranian army. Artesh, not IRGC. After the midterm, in my opinion. Bold prediction. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If the Americans don't have the stomach for Karg Island, I don't know if they'll have the stomach for putting boots on the ground, like any sort of like big, large-scale operation. But if Tractor's right, I'm going to come straight back to this.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
just like how if Moshla was
level?
kidnapped, then I said that.
Ooh. Yes, you said that. Boots on the ground is more likely if it's on the just southern parts of Iran. It's very difficult to imagine boots on the ground to the same level that we saw 20 years ago in Iraq. Like that seems to be off the table.
Yeah. We also have a few things for you guys here after we just finish these, but you guys are Jew haters still. Is he still? No, he's not. Okay. Let's get through these.
Okay.
We got.
Yeah, Jew haters, don't give us super chats because we need to get to some input. Yeah. Because we need to get to some important news. But yeah.
Noah, the Persian American, is saying, well, I am a proud Jew lover. Am Israel Chai.
Am Israel Chai.
Let's go.
Ooh, let's go.
Good point, Noah. Thank you. And we got Alex, who says, bravo.
That was to you when you were speaking. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's how backed up we are. Alex, thank you so much. Is that the Godfather?
Oh,
No.
look at this. Jew hater saying yucky in the chat. Oh, this is great. You know, it's like it's a cross to a vampire. Yeah, all right, this is good. That's why I brought it out. Yeah, to make you go yucky. But go on.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. Also, guys, again, I'm not attacking you personally. I'm attacking the view, and I want to see my point. That's all I want. This guy's saying, we can just move right past this. He's saying we went from Islamic Republic will collapse to now regime supporters will make it collapse on its own. Never said that, but okay. And we got the Persian American, no again, who's saying joke is on Jew hater. You're getting money. Like we're getting money.
Yep.
I mean, what are you gonna do with all this money from Jew hater? You should like have a little plaque in your room, be like donations from Jew haters, and just like put the tally up there. And Ace saying the Islamic Republic exported 2.1 million barrels per day in January. In May, they exported 64,000 barrels per day. JH, go stock up on cope medicine. Oh, Jew hater, go stock up on the cope medicine. Great show, guys. I know. See, the Islamic Republic begging for cash, just shows how desperate they are. Let's just keep them going. Keep this blockade going for a little bit longer. Have them economically starve out a little bit more. Have the regime fighters start fighting each other because uranium's getting out, and that's it. Like we're weakening them so much.
No, Ali, you don't understand. The Islamic Republic saying to the United States, "Can I please have some money, and I will give up my most important leverage," shows that the United States is losing and the Islamic Republic is winning. That's what it shows.
Yes. And that's why we have to give them $300 billion.
An amount of money that the United States economy can't even notice. Yeah.
Thanks, Ace. And Micah Nuga. Okay. What else? Anyway, it says, trust the plan. We don't know it, but Trump said only surrender will be the deal. He said it many times. It's all mind games for the IRGC. I hope my country comes through for the Persian people. Javid Shah from us, great stream. You know, to be fair, guys, Trump can change whatever he says. He can, based on the interests of America. If they change, he can change what he says. But at the end of the day, if we're moving in the direction of collapsing the Islamic Republic, that is still the direction. So, yes. And thank you. Thank you, Micah. Amir saying, praise to Allah for making my enemies inbreds. Yeah. It's not too hard to, it's not too hard to fight these guys when they really are. They really, really are. I mean, Schenk admitted it. He literally admitted it. It's like my grandparents were first cousins.
That explains so much.
A threat from Jew hater here saying the difference between me and you is I won't be tried for treason. You gotta catch me first.
No. You know what this is, Ali? This is Jew hater, just like his coping when he's alone. He's like, oh, just imagining, oh, they're gonna catch Ali, they're gonna catch Armin. Oh, I believe. Okay, I'm just gonna manifest it. It's gonna happen, and just imagine us on trial. This is his fantasy. This is his coping mechanism.
You know how much we've beaten him down to the point where now he's saying, like, okay, at least I won't be tried for treason. We're getting to him.
Yeah.
And Tractor.
Stop expressing your fantasies to us, Jew.
Yeah, stop. Tractor saying, Trump needs to make up for the cost of the war. He does it with the deal or no deal, the market games, and also the oil. I trust he will finish the job with his own approach. Oh, that reminds me. Armin, I was thinking that Trump understands from having gotten to watch wars in the Middle East for decades at how wars in the Middle East against terrorists, including the IRGC, are very asymmetric. Like they lie, so you must also lie to fight them.
Mhm.
If they want to be deceptive, you must also be deceptive. If you're playing fair and square, they will always beat you, which is why Obama's an idiot, which is why Biden's an idiot, Jimmy Carter's an idiot, right? But if you don't fight them fair and square, you might actually end up winning.
Yeah. You have to
Yeah,
fight
that's right.
them exactly the way they fight.
Yeah.
Well, not exactly.
Like, what's better than playing their game and playing it better than they have, even though they created the game? You're beating them. Yeah. Anyway, thanks, Tractor. And one of your biggest fans, Arazu, is saying, I watch you guys
Arzu.
every day. First with Goldie, then discussion group, if I can, and then this. Special thanks to Armin for all he does. Love you both. Thank you.
We love you too, Arzu.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Sarah saying Trump wants his legacy to be peace in the Middle East and ending the regime. This will forever be a badge of honor for Republicans in the Trump name. Hey, as long as the Republicans align with the values that we are seeing Trump's administration align with, I'm with it.
Pretty good
Yeah.
clarification.
Thanks, Sarah.
Yeah, hopefully
Yeah.
the Groypers would never take over.
And Nail Bunny saying, Armin, I want to purchase memberships, but I'd make all these trolls members. By the way, surely if Amir is Santa Claus, I'm Mrs. Claus, right?
Yes, you
Absolutely.
are. Yes, you are. And also, wouldn't it like would if they become members, they just became members of a Zionist group? Isn't that the best way? I mean, I
thing.
don't think they're gonna benefit anything from it. So why not make fun of them being members of a Zionist group?
Then we gotta find. Oh my God! Wait, do it. Have Jew Hater become a member, okay, and then
Yes.
screenshot that and post it so that people who know his username start. Anyway, yeah. Thanks, Nail Bunny. If you guys are
you.
Santa Claus, I don't know. What are we? The elves? We'll be the little helpers.
Ooh. Yeah.
And Conrad is saying, Armin and Ali, why do none of the other states that Iran attacked, the Islamic Republic attacked, assist with the takeover of the Islamic Republic? Will it not be in their interest? If you think the world hates Jews, I'm a white South African.
I know you're dealing with your own I don't know, genocidal haters. So sorry for So are you in South Africa? I mean, you are. I can see the currency. Holy crap! Yeah. So
Yeah.
sorry about that. Sorry about what you had to deal with, man. I think honestly that anti-Jewish racism, if that's number one, anti-white racism is number two. Globally, like the worst amount of racism right now. One is anti-Jewish hatred. Second is anti-white. But in South Africa, holy shit, that thing is intense there. Sorry, man. Sorry about the shit that you have to deal with.
Yeah, I didn't know a lot about that. Conrad, stay safe. Thank you.
Yeah,
but
stay
to answer
safe,
your
man.
question,
Stay safe.
to answer it real quick, is that all the countries that got attacked, so all the Persian Gulf Arab countries that you've heard about, right? Saudi, Qatar, all of them, they are complete cowards. Two, they serve their own interests. So for them, waiting this out in the long game and just trying to minimize their damage to their economies is their own best interest. And three, so that means however many slaps in the face they'll take, they'll just turn the other cheek and be like, here you go. But also, they don't have the capabilities. There's no military might that these countries have. They've been outsourcing their protection and their military to the United States. They themselves, they only got much. So those are pretty much the three big reasons. Was there anything I missed?
Also because they're weak. Like they don't have any offensive, like they don't have much of an offensive capability.
Yeah, they got nothing.
what they should be doing is get over the bullshit Palestinian cause and give up on the delusion of insisting on a two-state solution and just accept Israel as the king in this region and just get under the umbrella, normalize relationship with Israel, accept their dominance in the region, and go beyond normalization, become allies of Israel, with Israel as a leader in the region, and just go under the security umbrella of Israel. That's what they should be doing.
Yeah, exactly. All right, stay safe, Conrad. We got High Turbine, who says, in my opinion, whatever deal President Trump makes, the Islamists will bide their time, wait for Trump to leave office, and then the Democrat-Republican uniparty will not enforce the terms. Yeah, here's the thing. Trump exactly knows that, and I've been saying this. Even if we on Sunday sign the deal, it's not like the very next day we're going to start going in, right, and taking out the uranium. The Islamic Republic is going to drag their feet. They told Trump 60 days ago, yeah, we'll open up the strait in 2 weeks. And Trump was like, okay, ceasefire. It's been 60 days. Trump's strait's not open. These guys lie the entire time. So yeah, good point. And Amir says, the Jews. Why did we break the counter again?
I don't know. It broke at 9. Like YouTube is edging us. Like, why did it not break at 8? At 9?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why did they break the? I don't know what's up with them today. It's like not working. And Amy with the question for both of us saying, Armin and Ali, are you planning on moving to Iran? I will.
Yeah, I have non-Iranian family. I will visit often, but I would not be able to move there.
Yeah,
because I'm already, I have family members that are not Iranian anymore.
Yeah, I'm not married yet, so I can afford to just pick up and go.
Yeah, but I would have, like, obviously it would be a place where I would be a lot, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Iran's going to take a few years to start, reversing the damage. Yeah, great question.
And also, as somebody who has burned a Quran on camera, I think I need to wait until it gets safer. Yeah.
I saw that video the other day and I was like, wow. I was like, damn. That was a while ago too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Amy, maybe you should. Maybe a lot of you guys should. I don't know. Anyway, Justin Lefevre says, Jew hater is just projecting. He probably doesn't even know what that means. Yeah.
Sure.
He'll ask ChatGPT.
I mean, he did say, why did Ali move to the Islamic Republic instead of saying Iran? So you should tell him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he is. And then Nail Bunny did give 10 Liberty Politics memberships. But apparently
and none of them
went chat said, no one, he didn't get it. Drew Hader didn't get it.
No, he didn't get it. Thank you, Nail Bunny. Thank you.
Thank you, Nail Bunny.
Oh, wait, sorry, not Nail Bunny, Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus, yes.
So are you guys ready for
Wait, does that mean that Amir and Nail Bunny are now married? I don't.
Maybe that's their way of telling us. So, no.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
So, Adult Choose interview. Should we cover that last before we go?
Yes, let's do that.
So I'm thinking you should show that, and then I have Farce News that attacked Arauchi, like came out with a whole post, and they're directly attacking him.
Wait, oh my god, this is getting juicy. This is what I have. Is this what you have?
Or no, I have no. That was the video interview that they did on TV, but I have a post that came out by Farce News, which
Okay.
is Islamic State media.
Yeah, but this is the video you're referring to, like, because this is only 1 minute of it. Okay. So guys, this is okay. So this just happened. Islamic Republic Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said a memorandum of understanding with the United States could be signed digitally and remotely within days if the final stages of the negotiations are completed. Oh my God, this is going to make people lose their mind. Adding that the two sides are closer than ever to an agreement. Let's see this.
ببینید به محض اینکه دیگه آخرین مراحل مذاکرات ما انجام بشه.
So he's saying as soon as the final stages of the agreement are signed and announced,
این توافق امضا میشه و اعلام میشه.
Yeah, okay.
این امضا در
each side will sign it remotely.
مرحله اول به صورت حالا معروف این روزا میگن دیجیتالی انجام میشه و از راه دور هر طرف امضا میکنه و بعد اعلام خواهد میشه که این امضا به این تفاهم نامه به امضای دو طرف رسید.
So then it will be announced that they both agree.
اعلام میشه و تموم میشه. همونطور که من
So you're saying تفاهم نامه means memorandum of understanding, not a deal.
در توییت هم امروز گفتم.
Like I tweeted today. By the way, X or Twitter is banned in Iran for Iranians, and this motherfucker is using it. So I was saying, tweet today, we are closer than ever to the point to a memorandum of understanding.
ما بیشتر از همیشه نزدیکیم به اون نقطه.
It could happen in the next few days.
یعنی یکی دو روز آینده.
Say I am hopeful. Say like you mean the next few days?
ممکن اتفاق بیفته.
ممکنه در عرض چند روز آینده اتفاق بیفته.
Like, yeah, it could happen in the next few days.
امیدوار هستم.
I'm hopeful.
برای همینم در توییت خواهش کردم که رسانه‌ها از گمان زنی هایی که میتونه فضا رو واقعا به لحاظ.
So I said that's why in my tweet I asked the media not to guess, not to hypothesize what's in the deal.
میتونه فضا رو واقعا به لحاظ روانی، به لحاظ سیاسی.
Like it could damage the atmosphere from a political perspective, from a psychological perspective.
به لحاظ بین‌المللی جوری مشوش بکنه که این فرصت رو به اصطلاح خدشه‌دار بکنه خودداری.
Like he said, we might lose this opportunity if the media keeps guessing what's in the memorandum of understanding. We might lose this opportunity.
بکنن، صبر بکنن، بذارن.
So it's like be patient.
کار ما با اصول خودش، با منطق خودش جلو بره.
So just let our everything move forward with our own logically.
نهایی شد ان شاءالله در موردش صحبت کنیم.
And if it becomes once it's finalized, then inshallah we will talk about it. So Ali, can I guess what some of the regime people will say? Some of the regime people say like, no, fuck you. You want us to only ask what's in the deal after you've already fucked up and sold out the country. I think the regime supporters are like, you need to talk to us now. Don't tell us to shut up until the deal is over, because once the deal is over, it's too late for us to stop it. You need to be transparent with us now. What are you telling the Americans? That's what I think the regime supporters would be telling Araghchi.
Yeah, so I read a couple of comments like that in the group chat, and then I also saw that Farce News posted this. Okay, so look, basically, I'm gonna go through it for you guys. They're saying that after Trump posted about the actual deal and accused the IRGC, the Islamic Republic, of leaking the fake version, Araghchi come out and said in English. Oh my God, they're specifically saying that. Like, he said it in English. He referred to the Islamabad agreement being closer than ever and asked the media to stop speculating. Okay. Then they said that the most striking point was his tone and the timing of Araghchi's reaction. In a situation where Trump, in a harsh and accusatory tone, called the contents published by the Islamic Republic fake and claimed an apology from Iran, Araghchi was very clear. Not only did he not reject Trump's claim, but he also created an atmosphere that was an indirect confirmation that some of the news is false. Then Trump retweeted Araghchi's tweet, using it as confirmation of his own position. This vague and so-called diplomatic approach, which was previously seen during recent negotiations by Araghchi, reinforces the question of whether his stance is a retreat or coordination with Trump's narrative.
Ali, did you watch Iran Revolution live today?
Yeah.
Did I not say that President Trump posting Araghchi's tweet is going to make these people go, holy shit, President Trump is confirming what Araghchi's saying. This confirms everything that we have said so far.
Yep.
They're working with each other.
And
did I not say this before this happened? Did I not say this is what's going to happen on Iran Revolution Live earlier today?
And
go on.
What is Farce News affiliated with again? You said the Office of the Supreme Leadership?
No. That's Mayor. Farce is IRGC.
Okay. So the IRGC, who told Araghchi to come out and say all this, right? Because they're his boss at the moment, are also shitting on him.
I don't know. Araghchi is like kind of like in between. Like I think he's moving. You know, he was Ghalibaf and then he went Vahidi. I suspect he came back once the supreme leader endorsed Ghalibaf. I think he came back a bit towards the Ghalibaf side. Yeah.
It's just great because the more publicly, the more you're in the public eye for the Islamic Republic, the more you're being pulled by every direction. I mean, guys,
give you
IRGC state media is literally saying that Araghchi is directly helping Trump. Yeah, go on.
Okay, first of all, can you send that to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I give you an insane theory? I haven't shared this. I don't even know if I should share it. Okay, but there is a chance, there's a more than zero chance that because if we are moving towards, I suspect that Ghalibaf and the Office of the Supreme Leadership, they do want to give President Trump what he wants, right? Okay. I think they do want that. I'm not saying they would be able to, but they do want it. Okay. And everything that President Trump wants ends the IRGC. Okay. Because the IRGC runs on an isolationist model that if Iran ever opens up, it will kill the IRGC. Okay. So the IRGC cannot accept President Trump's terms because it will break their entire model, right? It will break their monopoly. It will bring the whole world to Iran. Like the IRGC needs Iran to be isolated. It basically goes against everything that makes them who they are, right? So it would end the IRGC if Iran ever opens up to the world, right? I think that Ghalibaf and Mujtaba indirectly, Mujtaba or the Office of the Supreme Leadership, Mujtaba's institution, are indirectly signaling to the Americans that we will bend the knee to you, but we need protection against the IRGC. Like because I think the Supreme Leadership is threatened by IRGC, okay, and they're trying to use the Americans to take out IRGC, and I think this is why Vahidi is missing. Okay, Vahidi thinks that if he comes out, he would be sold out immediately by Ghalibaf and the Office of the Supreme Leadership, and the Americans and Israelis would take him out. Okay, and I think that if I was the IRGC right now, I would be looking into just taking out Ghalibaf. And if Mujtaba is alive, it's easy to get rid of him and just say it was the Zionist, right? It's easy to kill Ghalibaf and just say it was a Zionist. It's easy to kill Mujtaba and just say it was a Zionist, right? Just have an explosion and be like, oh, a drone took him out, right? So I think Mujtaba and Ghalibaf feel very vulnerable right now. And this might even be like saving the Islamic Republic might be a secondary thought, important but secondary thought. But I think, because imagine this, if IRGC has so much, like all of the military power belongs to the IRGC, like the vast majority of it. Ghalibaf doesn't have much military power. The supreme leadership doesn't have any military power. The only military power that could come protect Ghalibaf and Mujtaba right now, if Mujtaba is even alive, is the United States military. So I think it is possible, given how vulnerable they are, as much as they might hate the Americans, that's the only thing that is standing between them and the IRGC right now.
Here's what I completely agree on. Vahidi hit himself because he didn't trust other people within the Islamic Republic. And I think the biggest culprits are definitely, like you just said, Araghchi, Ghalibaf, those people. And I also agree, if the most likely people who Trump would be talking to are them. Here's what their mistake was. The more of a public figure you have become in the Islamic Republic in recent times, the bigger of a trap it was for you. And that's why Vahidi hit himself. But yeah, I think everyone is willing to sacrifice the other if it means that they get to live, especially if the United States will make them believe that not only will you live, but you will be the next leader of the Islamic Republic. I don't think the United States will ever talk to Ghalibaf or Araghchi and be like, look, we want you guys out, we want Pahlavi in. I think from the get-go, which is why Trump was pissing us all off with his statement of we prefer someone from inside the Islamic Republic. Because remember, all of these statements, guys, are meant for the Islamic Republic. So when he's saying we prefer someone from within, he's signaling to whoever he's talking to, like Ghalibaf, that, hey, sell out whoever you need to sell out. I'm going to make sure you, Ghalibaf, are the next leader of the Islamic Republic if you work with me. And when in reality, whoever becomes the next leader, whether it's Ghalibaf, Araghchi, whoever, is going to be so weakened that it won't even matter. What do you think about that? Because I definitely see what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather, like, honestly, between the Ghalibaf and the Supreme Leadership Office on one side and IRGC on the other side, I'd rather the IRGC be taken out, because Ghalibaf and the Supreme Leadership is easy for the Iranian people to finish.
Yeah, definitely.
Our difficulty is IRGC. Our difficulty is not Ghalibaf. So if Ghalibaf and the Supreme Leadership, this is why it makes sense for the Americans to work with Ghalibaf, because both Ghalibaf and the Americans are against IRGC. So work with each other to take out the IRGC, and then once the IRGC is over, just leave Ghalibaf to us.
Exactly.
Let me actually write that down. That's a good one. Our problem.
Well, Insert, if you don't think we won't even be able to touch them at that point, do you think we couldn't have touched them 6 months ago when they were 100 times more powerful than they are now? That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, good point. All right, we got 2 super chats, and then let's call it.
Let's do it. Got Justin Lefevre saying, do you guys think it's possible, if it's confirmed Araghchi is the one cooperating with Trump, then the IRGC unalives him and we go back to boom booms. Hey, look, Justin's on the same wavelength as us.
Yeah, well, you said that before. Okay, so yeah, I mean, if Arakshi is working back again in the Ghalibaf team, then yes. It's possible that the Americans are working with elements of the Islamic Republic, which might include Arakshi, to against the IRGC, because this current so-called agreement is not something that the IRGC would be in favor of. Ghalibaf and the Supreme Leadership might be in favor of it, but not IRGC. So it is possible that this is an anti-coup measure by the turbans against the boots to use the Americans to stop at the boots coup against the turbans.
Yeah. And Sarah is saying, Ali Armin, do you think Mushtaba's alive? I think he's alive.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I do trust Trump on that one. I do think he's actually alive. And as for how like significant of a part he has in the negotiations, I don't know about that one. Like that's doubtful, but he is alive. And Saber Coaching saying, agreed. This is why they're splitting the regime. And America is, I mean, the United States is a master of splitting a regime. You know, they've been doing this for 100 years, actually, at this point.
True.
Yeah, thanks, Saber Coaching.
And
we got Tinley saying, so what I understand is Trump is creating a foundation for Prince Pahlavi to make the final call and take over legitimately. Also, sing America, F yeah. I don't know if I'll have time for singing that song today, but you know what?
Sure.
When the next boom booms really happen, I will sing it as the boom booms are happening.
Wow. Okay.
And do we think that Trump's creating a foundation for Prince Pahlavi to make the final call? Yes, so, indirectly.
Indirectly, because if you remove the obstacle from the path of the Iranian people to choose their own destiny, and that obstacle is IRGC, then the Iranian people will choose Prince Reza Pahlavi. So the only thing that is standing in the way of the Iranian people to make their own decisions and choose their own leader is the IRGC. By removing that creates the foundation for because Prince Reza Pahlavi always says that he doesn't have any power, independent power. He always says all the power I have is the power that the Iranian people give me. So he's just an amplifier and a reflection of the Iranian people's wants and their vision for what they want Iran to be. So by empowering the Iranian people, President Trump would be empowering their representative, which would be Prince Reza Pahlavi.
Yeah. So if Trump is if Trump's goal is to end the regime once and for all, then yes. If Trump's goal is to just make this deal and then just completely walk away and that's it, done, still yes. Because he has still helped indirectly. And we have Rooster saying, interesting. What does Jew Hater have to say about this? I want to know what comes out of his mouth.
Well, I think he's broke.
He's been trying to hit on Jewish Samantha for the past hour, and he hasn't gotten a single response, and he's been trying again and again.
He's been discussing, which demonstrates the very people who try to lecture us about, morality and stuff are the most vile and disgusting people out there.
So sad. I don't even pity you guys anymore that are like that. It's just, there's no hope for any of you like that. Any one of you like Jew haters, just no hope. I think natural selection is a thing here. Anyway, we have Sayed, who says, thank you, Armin and Ali, for your dedication. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Sayed.
Appreciate it. And
Thank you so much.
Todd says, Armin, thank you for explaining earlier why the deal is bad for the Islamic Republic. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Todd.
Thank you, Todd.
Well, we did it.
We did it. Okay. So, guys, that was us. Hopefully that was helpful. I think it was. I think we covered a lot of stuff. I think we went to a lot of detail. There was a lot of nuance here.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you how was the show, but then I realized that I already know it was good, so it's okay. I don't need to.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes. No, but I'm kidding. All right, guys. So that was us. We're gonna be covering this stuff again, same time tomorrow. Sure, we're gonna have a lot of updates again. These days, man, every day we're gonna get.
Also, I remember tonight the IRGC fired again at oil tankers, and they hit one. They hit another Indian ship on the left side of the ship. No one died this time, but the left side of the ship has a huge hole in it. So Trump just said they better stop doing that, and they did it again. So let's see what happens.
Either nothing at all or everything at the same time. So
because guys, everything's connected. It's like a chain. Everything's connected. If you break off the chain, like that's the hard part. You can't break it off because they're all super interconnected. Like Hezbollah with the IRGC, with the Strait of Hormuz and the uranium, they're all connected.
All right, guys. So that was us, and we'll see you guys again, same time tomorrow. Thank you, Ali. Amazing work. Amazing work.
That was a good
theory.
On
fire today. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, guys. So see you guys same time tomorrow, and until then, say with me. I'm Israel Chai. Slava Ukrainian.
Cuba Libre.
Long live America.
Long live America. Javicha.
Payande. Iran. See you guys same time tomorrow.